My name is Cherish. I'm from Welborn, Alabama. My life before I had an encounter with the Lord and went to Seven Springs, I was in active addiction since the time I was about 12. I started smoking weed at 12. That's what everybody did. Nobody did not do drugs. Everybody did drugs. I started out with like pain pills, things like that, and then it led into about 10 years ago, a heroin addiction. I became an IV heroin addict. I grew up in strip clubs. My mom always ran strip clubs, so I grew up around all that. Everything was a party. Everything was dysfunctional, messed up. Everybody got high, everybody partied, and that's what I did. My biggest thing outside of just drugs was men. I always knew how to choose the wrong man. The man that I thought was the most popular guy was always like the biggest drug dealer or something like that. That was gonna be my man. That's who I'm gonna have. My door ended up getting kicked in about 3 years ago, and I caught a trafficking heroin charge. Before then, I always, like the guy that I was with, he could save me out of the things. I always thought like he was my God in my life because he was the one who always came through. He was the one who made it happen. But when he goes to jail with you and you're sitting in a cell with $1 million bond, there's nothing he could do for me. So that's whenever I cried out to the Lord, and within about 30 days, I ended up getting released to Seven Springs to the program. I didn't know that I was gonna have to work through all of my selfish and all my junk on the inside. I didn't know I was gonna have to fix any of that. I thought drugs was my only problem in men. I didn't know I had 18 character defects and, probably 1,000 really. So I didn't know what to expect when I walked through the door. I went through the program. I was 2 weeks away from graduating. I ended up getting mad, and so I left, and I relapsed for about 3-4 weeks. Once you know the Lord, you can't relapse, unless I couldn't. Once I had an encounter with the Lord and I tried to go get high again, it was nothing. It's not possible. I was tormented. I can remember like getting high and then trying to cry out to the Lord, and I think he can't hear me. That was like the worst feeling in the world to me. God gave me a whole new life. The person I am today is not who I used to be. Everything that I have now is not who I used to be. Colony and Daniel seen something in me that nobody in the world would have ever seen in me. Like, I know it was the Lord working through them. They just helped me like to walk into my purpose and all that. I would have never thought I was qualified to do anything that I do today. I wasn't nothing but an addict, Like the good thing, only thing I could do was sell drugs back then and do drugs. And now I'm able to help women, and I have a life that some days I wake up, sometimes I even think, I'm like, when you gonna wake up? This ain't real, But that's what the Lord can do. He makes everything new, and he transforms your lives, and he gives you way more than the desires of your heart. Some days I get in like all of them every day because of how much my life has changed. Most of the people that never thought they could change and that people had like counted out on, God does something here with them. It's like the underdog. God is so good, he's so merciful that he just takes that, and the brokenest people is the ones that he just transforms here the most. He's got a big anointing on the underdog in this program that everybody that people counted out, their lives get changed and they get blessed. I can't even hardly explain how good that he is and how good he's been to me and how he used the program to transform me and change me. Like, he's gave me so much. Just me to be able to wake up every day and not put a needle in my arm or have to have an opiate or a pain pill or some heroin to get out of the bed is one like, you never could have told me I could live life and not do drugs every day. That just wasn't possible for me. I wouldn't get up out of bed if I didn't have something. And now all I have to do is wake up and call on the name of the Lord, and I'm up and I'm ready to go.